hard water vaccine it's quite dangerous if you don't know what you're doing, right? So those animals, you need to treat them at the right time. So if you do the hard water vaccine, you need to treat them as soon as they get a temperature spike, yes. So if you give the vaccine, you need to be monitoring temperatures every day. Let's at 7 o'clock in the morning you monitor, then in the evening again. Okay, and it's quite a lengthy process, and some animals react first, like earlier on, and some react later on, so it's very intensive with the blood vaccine. On the other hand, the blocking protocol is exactly what you say. You take your animals, your calves, your adult animals, and you let them get bitten by the ticks, right? So what we do is a 3-week program. So you leave them in the veldt, untreated for a week, and then on the 7th day, or if they show symptoms before that, you treat them. You leave them again for another week, then you treat them on the 7th day, or if they show signs before, with the oxytetracycline, like Charl and stuff that we said, and then another 3rd week. Okay. If you think, oh, my animals, I don't think their immunity is so strong, you can do a 4th week of the program, but generally 3 weeks is good enough to give them a little bit of immunity. Generally in calves, you don't need to block them. You can actually leave them because they develop a pre-immunity. Okay, so if you leave your calves, we generally don't recommend dipping or treating your calves before 6 months of age unless they're extremely ill. Okay, that's the only time I'll even think about dipping or treating that calf, is if they're extremely ill. But generally, if you leave that calf in there for 6 months, they develop such a beautiful immunity to hard water that if they grow up there, they actually are basically immune from hard water. Okay?
Lifelong.
It depends. If you now take those animals, you take them out of that area, they're no longer being bitten, means they're no longer getting that hard water disease. So when you bring them back, you need to do that protocol again, okay, because they lose that immunity. But in the with the vaccine, the blood, the immunity is stronger and it lasts a bit longer as well. Okay, and it's very difficult for me to say yes after, if you take them out for 2 months, then you put them back, then do the protocol, because each animal is different and the immunity is different. Okay.
Thank you.